Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Man, have we got another good one for you today. We're gonna do some baby back ribs, but we're gonna do some Malcolm Reed style baby back ribs. We're gonna throw a twist in. Of course, we're gonna use Uncle Steve's shake, and we're gonna show you how to go through it. Man, these things turn out, fall off the bone tender, delicious. So stick around, you're gonna wanna see this one. So, hang tight. Okay, well, what I've got is 4 racks of baby back ribs. These are pretty much what you'll find in the grocery store. I like these. I sort of selected them. Okay, so 4 baby back ribs. Set them in. Let's take this glove off. All right, here's what I'm gonna use. Bet you can guess. This is Uncle Steve's shake. This is thick meat. And I've started using thick meat on ribs a little bit. I don't know. It's a good combination. You never know what you're gonna like till you try it. And the other side, I'm gonna throw a little smoke bomb in on top of it. See, that's pretty heavy. All right, let's flip them over. And you see, as wet as these are, and I rinsed them off, I pat them down a little bit, but as wet as these are, I'm not going to use a binder to hold this on. This rub will do just fine. And again, the thick meat. And the smoke bomb. I'm gonna set these over in this pan and hit this another lick where I rubbed that off. All right, let's let these sit out and sweat. And when we get the grill up to temp, we'll bring you back. Okay, well, I've got my grill up. I took it up to 325 because I knew I was gonna lose heat. So let's put these in. You can see these have really moistened up. Now I'm going to take and bunch these up because I want a thick bite between the bones. And you hear everybody say how you start them is how they're going to be, and that's true. That's 3, and that's 4. Now, the way I've got them scrunched up and laid out, I probably could get a couple more racks on here. Now, we're gonna take and let these cook. I'm gonna let them go a couple of hours without doing anything. I'm gonna cook them at 275. I'm gonna cook a little hot. That's hotter than you'll hear most people cook them. I just like the way that gives a good bite. And once we get them looking and feeling like we want, then we're gonna wrap them and put them back on. So I'll see you in a couple of hours. Okay, yeah, I know I said I was gonna wait 2 hours, couldn't stand it. It's been an hour, I wanna check them. So let's open them up and see. Oh yeah, look, they're getting some color, and it's still a little, so I'm gonna spritz them just a little bit. I don't have my sprayer, but this works just as well. And let's close it up. All right, this is an hour. They were getting kind of dry on top. Not real dry, but a little bit. So as you saw, I spritzed them down. That's just water. That's enough for moisture. What spilled off the side, you heard it sizzle. That's fine, turns to steam. Put moisture in the chamber. Closed it back up. So that's an hour. I'll come back in another hour and we'll see what we got. Till then. Okay, a little trick I picked up from Malcolm Reed himself. I'm going to use a little of his vinegar sauce. I'm going to take and turn this rib meat side down. And I'm going to take 2 layers of actually heavy duty aluminum foil. I'm going to fold it over so I can get back to it if I need to. And there's 2 layers, and then just fold the ends over one time. And there's a package. I'm going to take and put these back on. And the last one. Okay, let's get them in. Okay, well, here we go. Let's put these in. And we'll come back and check on them in another hour. Okay, 4 hours in. I want to start to check these. Let's see where we are. You see why I did it that way? Look how easy it was. Oh yeah, look. Look at the pullback. See where we are temperature wise. 103, 104. I'm calling that one done. Let me get some gloves. I know better than to reach in there without gloves and pull that off, because that is hot stuff. Hot stuff. Now, I buy these little cotton gloves. I go through them like you wouldn't believe. All right, so let's take this off. I'm gonna carry it over to the table and I'm gonna let it sit out for a little bit. Cool off. Check this one. Oh yeah, look. I don't even have to check it with the thermometer. Look, see how it's flexible? It's got the bend to it. We're gonna let these firm up just a little bit. All right, we're gonna let them rest and we're gonna show you how we're gonna finish these. So, stick around. Okay, well, we've let them cool down just a little bit. And you see what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this glaze. I'm not going real heavy. I'm just gonna make it nice and shiny. This is thin enough. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna take just a little bit of the smoke bomb. There it is. Just for good measure. And I'm gonna put just a sprinkle over the top. Tell you what, after looking at these, I'm not even gonna put them back on and let them sit. I'm gonna let them cool off for a minute. I'm just gonna cut into them and we're gonna see what we have here. Because these things are so tender already. They're starting to fall off the bone. I don't want to put any more heat on them. Let's cut these ribs up. Let's turn them over. Yeah, these are starting to come apart. It's all right, I'm gonna eat them. Let's pick that one up right there. Look at that. You see the smoke? Oh my goodness. All right, falling off the bone. Let's check that bite and see what we got. All right, well, there we go. Look. Isn't that pretty? Let's take a bite and see what we got. Oh my goodness. Look, a good bite, fall off the bone, just as tender and juicy as it can be. I'm going back. I'm telling you, Pit Boss keeps impressing me every time I use it. Thanks for hanging around. If you haven't already, hit the circle over here and subscribe. Share the video. I'll have another video for you on this side. Until next time, hang tight.